Let me flip through these real quick. And let me go back to the demo real quick. Cool, so we're going to talk a little bit about landing pages now. And for those of you who don't really understand the concept of landing pages, they're basically like single-page websites that have a relevant message that matches that ad that they clicked on or the place that they came from. Okay, it's a really good idea to at least start off with, maybe duplicating one landing page and then setting different channels for that landing page, because the traffic that comes from Facebook or the traffic that comes from Google, etc., is going to perform slightly different. So you can at least optimize for that channel to start with. Secondly, you can start experimenting with different demographics, different messages. For example, we offer 4 primary services: building your page, integrating with other tools, publishing your page, and then optimizing it. So we'll build out various different banner ads and then send them to a landing page that has that message match to whatever they're interested in. Okay, so they tend to work much, much better than a general website because they're super relevant and personalized to the context in which they're coming from. And because we've reduced the complexity of the page down to typically one core call to action. Okay, there's not just a ton of information on the page. It's like if we said, go to this concert tomorrow night, is 30% off, and they click on that as a website, and they're like, hey, where was this at? And they're digging through, they're probably going to bounce, and then that was a waste of money. So think about it in the context of a landing page. They clicked on that ad, went to a page, it's like, buy your tickets now, 30% off. Right now, at Instapage, we're spending about $100,000 a month in paid advertising, and at least through AdWords alone, our average conversion rate is about 35 to 40% of every single person that clicks on an ad is actually signing up to try Instapage, because we've been doing this for a long time, and then we take it even further by A/B split testing it. So let's see here. So we did why landing pages are effective. The key thing here is, I think a lot of us have already known this. Landing pages are better, they're more relevant, but now tools like Instapage and some of our competitors are making this process much easier for marketers to be able to do and experiment rather than trying to come up with a design, send it to the engineers, et cetera, et cetera. That's just a really long process, okay? So let's talk about some of the best practices. And I'm actually going to take this off for a second. So of course you want to A/B split test your page. A lot of I want to walk around, but I'm getting like a little claustrophobic over there. You want to A/B test your landing pages, all right? So once you get your page up, duplicate that page. You just create a duplicate variation, or using our platform, you can actually choose a new template and just modify the content, but then you have 2 different designs. Do not launch your pages and then just never A/B test it. Focus on one main goal, like I said. That's what you want them to do, and steer them to that. If they don't want to do that, then they'll leave your page. Make your buttons and your call to actions bigger and make them cool. We use personal call to actions, right? Things like my. So we'll say like, get my download now, or get my free trial, stuff like that, because when people come to your page, they're trying to solve a problem for themselves. They're in a selfish mentality at that moment, because that's the whole reason that they're there. They're solving need for themselves, and it puts it in their mentality, and it works really well. And then of course, testimonials and trust indicators. Okay, these work really, really well, and the psychology to it is pretty obvious. I mean, we obviously care about what our friends and our family and our coworkers have to say, because we already have trust in them. We have trust in other people, and then someone else is doing the selling for you rather than you just trying to sell your product. Okay. And then, of course, the most important guiding principle is keep it simple, okay? People tend to overload their page with a ton of information, thinking that they're going to leave something out, or they're trying to cover a lot of different, benefits and features all on the same page. We have a saying here, something that I started kind of enforcing, is minimum viable page, right? Just like a minimum viable product, make a minimum viable page. Don't spend 3 weeks building out something beautiful. Get it up and start testing it. So right now, actually, for all of those people out in the audience that have a laptop, I'd love for you to go to Instapage now and create a free account, because I want you guys to kind of be able to walk through the builder, and we want you to become a customer. We are a business, no, but that's not the reason. We want you to walk through it with us, and we do have some prizes at the end, and we'll show you the link where to submit that. But at about 30 minutes before the end of the day, we'll look at those landing pages, and we'll look at the autopilot journey you created for those of you who do that. And we have like a $100 gift card. We have a free lifetime account with Instapage, or at least 1 year. Some autopilot perks, a camera, I think. Is that camera still on the table? Yep, so I think it's about $3,000 worth of potential prizes. So your page doesn't have to be magnificent. Just create a template, modify it up, and submit it, and I'll show you where to submit that at the end. So again, if you want to cheat, like Mike said. Oh, right.
So you can tune into Autopilot Guest, and the password is marketing ace, one word. And hopefully it will work.
Is it back there?
And it's on that board, so you can, I can't read that far, but I'm assuming that is correct.
Cool, awesome. And it looks like the competition isn't going to be too fierce. There's not a ton of people here with us today, and it looks like only a few of you have laptops, so the competition is already minimized. So we'd love to have you do that, but I'm actually going to walk you through how to build a page and what we've built here today. So let me jump into that now.
Are you still eligible if you already have an account?
Is your page already done?
No.
Is it beautiful? Is it a masterpiece?
It's live.
Well, first, I'm proud of you. Technically, you deserve some prize for that. We'll consider it. If it's like leaps and bounds above everyone, then maybe that's an unfair advantage. So,
It's not.
okay, we'll consider it. And again, if you guys at the end want to talk to one of the people from our team, and you want to cheat a little bit, then talk to them, and they can help you out. So let's get out of this. Cool. So this is the Instapage. Excuse me, one second. All right, much better. So this is the Instapage dashboard, all right? And so I'm not going to talk about every little feature of Instapage, but I do want to mention one important thing here. You'll notice that we've created groups the same way that we would create campaign ad groups within our advertising platforms, because they should be correlative. So you see we have one for AdWords, we have one for Facebook, we have retargeting group, even announcements that we run. We send almost everything to landing pages. So it's a really great way to structure your pages. So we're actually going to jump straight to this one that we created for our Uber for Dogs. And real quick on that, if anyone wants to start this company, then we already have a landing page ready for you, and we have an autopilot journey for you. So, so we built this page up for you guys last night. There you get it. I already won. So great. Do we have a comment out there? So let's talk about a few things here. A few of the best practices. Again, we want to have, this is a minimum viable page. You see, it's very easy. We have no navigation in the top. If you do use navigation, we recommend having a navigation that links to on-page content. So it's actually just scrolling into the same page, and it's more of a microsite. You don't want it to have to go to multiple pages. That defeats the purpose of a landing page. And our tool makes that really easy as well to link to on-page content. But you'll notice the first thing that we have is a headline. Of course, at Instapage, we can edit that really easy. Everything on Instapage is contextual, so we didn't want to overwhelm marketers with just another kind of design tool, because most of you are probably not Photoshop geniuses in there hacking Photoshop every single day. So everything is contextual. So if you want to edit this button, for example, you click on that button, and you're only going to get settings that are relevant to that button, so you're never overwhelmed. Okay, so we have the headline. The headline functions as a hook. You want to make... Kevin?
Can you edit the headline and put an apostrophe between N and S and man's best friend?
Man's best friend.
First word.
Oh, perfect. Kevin's our copywriter, so how did we miss this? What happens when you don't clear this through your copywriter, guys? And one quick comment. We're actually growing. The majority of our growth is actually coming from us running our ads and our promotions and our emails to our landing page platform, our landing pages we built, and then we've A/B split tested them, and that's literally the majority of our growth. We've grown from 10 to 50 people just bootstrapping the last year alone, less than a year, because all of the advertising that we do is super, super relevant. And then we're retargeting the hell out of people and making sure that they come back. So the second line is great for just reestablishing or going to a little bit more detail of what the headline's saying. So the headline captures them, make sure that they're in the right place, and they read the sub-headline and they're like, okay, great, a little bit more details. And maybe you can A/B split test this as well. You can test anything. And then of course we have the call to action, okay? And there's one thing I want to mention about the call to action here in a second, but I do want to scroll down and show you, we have some other things that are relevant. Again, it's very simple. Maybe a video, decide what works best for you guys, a few benefits, or how it works. So think about when you're building sections too, we recommend building your page with these sections. That's kind of where web design's headed anyways, because it really clearly and visually segments information on your page. So you can break it down by the intro, what, why, who, how, and then the call to action. Okay, so I just want to show you guys this because our designer spent a little time making this look beautiful. So cool, that's example landing page that we built in about an hour and a half. So one really cool thing here. Well, first we're using sendmy.now. All right, test that. Maybe it doesn't work for your audience, but I'd be surprised if that was the case because, again, first person is very, very effective because we're just selfish, I guess. The second thing here is most people are doing lead generation or generating a sign up or getting someone to attend an event. So we do want a form on the page. Some of you are doing e-commerce and you're just doing like a click through. That's great too, but most of us are doing lead generation or sign-ups. We started to find something interesting here. We started moving our forms to a two-step process, and again, you can build this really easy on Instapage. You can just click this click event option, and then you can do things like link to an on-page section, but here we've created a pop-up, okay? And the reason why we think this works really well is because A, they don't land on your page and they're immediately like, oh, there's a form here that's just a taking page, this company just wants something from me before we've even sold the value of what it is we're doing. Okay, second of all, once someone has clicked on that button, they're already partially psychologically committed to finishing what they started. And salespeople use this a lot. Door-to-door sales have been using this for decades. They get you to agree a lot of times, say yes, say yes, say yes, and then they drop the sale or the conversion, right? And so we see a big boost by just doing a two-step opt-in process like this. Okay, and then again, you can do something humorous or whatever. You can build forms really easy on Instapage. I don't want to sell the product too much, but again, this is a tool built for marketers. And so here's a crazy form, right? That's typically a really complex thing. You just click on your form, it's contextual. You can modify your button, you can modify your form, you can add new fields here. So maybe maybe we wanted to replace this with something like a drop down of a country or something. And then of course you can even do a redirect. So if we wanted to redirect people to a thank you page, or we want to take you to Instapage, I could also do that really easy without bothering our engineers. Or you can take them to an upsell or anything you want to do. You can process a file download if you wanted. Really, it's just up to you. It's just really, click and drop, drag and drop, and point and click. So, and then also, most of you are going to want to integrate your forms into a third-party service or into your backend database. We use the webhooks feature here because we're processing signups into our backend. So any of you out there that are starting a tech company, I'm sure it's not a lot of you because there's not many tech companies here. So, joking. Oh, I'm not a comedian. But you can link to things simultaneously, such as Autopilot here. You see Autopilot is there at the end. We're not quite done with this integration, so we've actually pasted a little piece of code that Autopilot provides to connect us to Autopilot. But come next year, Oliver, product manager, we're going to make this really simple. But there's already a lot of integrations, everything from email service providers to marketing automation tools to webinar tools. to CRMs like Salesforce. You just choose where you want this contact information, and you can very easily pass it to it. So that's how you do that. And again, I'd love for you guys to go and play around with it and build a page yourself. I do want to talk really quick, just to finish this demo up and let you guys ask questions. I want to show you how easy it is to create an A/B variation and make it mobile responsive. Okay, that's also something that typically takes an engineering team or a developer, and you're spending at least a few $100s. Really easily, you can come in here, and I can just come in here and I can duplicate the variation. So we're just going to duplicate that. This is going to let me know if I'm sure I want to do that. Or you can choose a new template. So if I went here, I could also choose like a template, whatever. And now we have this duplicate version. And really easily, we can start modifying things. So maybe we wanted to change this background up. We wanted to just remove that and maybe make this gray or whatever. We wanted to come and like center this. And this is one thing that makes Instapage more powerful than even like Optimizely. Despite the fact that you can build templates, integrate your tools, etc., is because you have full design customization. And so if you wanted to do something like a centered layout here, we could start testing that really quickly. So there we go. Let's just move this up. Again, it's built for marketers, not necessarily designers. So now already we have a new layout. So there's our A/B variation. And we have a saying in Instapage, because we can't assume that our first guess was the best. So Ryan. So just test it. And then see what works. So let's finish this up now. Looks like we might have a bug here. I'm trying to select all these items at once. Hurry, go log this bug. There we go. Great. So now we're ready to go, and I want to show you the last thing is mobile ready, because you want this to be mobile responsive. So real quick, we just go to here and hit mobile, and we actually sync the content and everything and vertically align the content for you. So all you have to do is come and maybe make some small modifications, maybe check your pop-up, see if that looks good here. So you see we have this logo that's a little out of place, and just modify it however you want. Now it's ready to go on mobile. Okay, now we're done. We're going to hit publish, but we already published it, so we're actually just going to hit save. And I'm going to show you this page live. And let's go pause those other variations, because those aren't actually ready to go. There we go. And now let's go check this page out live. And then let's open up for questions. So just like that, we built our page, we integrated our page, we created a two-step opt-in. We already had it connected to Autopilot just by dropping a HTML code snippet in. And it's even mobile responsive. Let's test that out here. You can see how it's going to look on mobile and everything, just like that. And now you can see how marketers can build hundreds of these and start pointing your ads at these dedicated, personalized landing pages. So anyways, again, a lot of content to digest. I want to open it up for questions, but before I do, I want to show you guys the link to the event-based link is right here. So just go submit your page here. If you build a page out, again, it doesn't have to be amazing. A for effort, even if even if it sucks. Just come here and hit that I want free stuff button, and there you go. Oh, one last comment. Because we want to cut down the effort that you guys have to put in, and because we want to boost conversions, we do some other really unique things like pre-filled forms. So we have over 1 million landing pages that have been published to landing page. We have over 1 million landing pages that have been published throughout the entire Instapage platform in the last year and a half. And if someone has come to any of those landing pages and filled in their contact information like name, email, phone number, etc., and those field labels match your page, it's already going to be pre-filled there for you, so all they have to do is hit send. Of course, we want to protect their privacy. You don't get their information until they consent, but we make that only take a single click, and now we're done. So there's the demo. That's where you're going to submit it. It's instapage.com event. I think it's over here somewhere. I don't know. Is it gone?
Yeah, you do the final submission. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. Do we have any questions? Right there.
How many variations can you have? Is there a limit?
there's no limit to variations. We don't charge people for like the success of their campaigns. We don't charge for traffic. We don't charge for extra domains. We don't charge for A/B variations, etc. So that's unlimited. If you want to build 1 million, impressive. I guess you're gonna have to have a lot of traffic though. So okay. Yeah. Also keep that in mind. If you don't have a ton of traffic, maybe keep it to one main test and go from there. Anyone else? Right here.
My CEO is really stringent on branding
Right.
and the type of font you use,
Yep.
things like that. And I know with a lot of email automation tools, it's like Helvetica, Arial, and Times New Roman. Is there a way to upload custom fonts and stuff like that?
Yeah, so for a long time you could do this just by dropping HTML into the page, but we just released this feature, so perfect timing. It's only available to admins this week. Next week it's going live, but you just go to settings here. I didn't go into a lot of details about the Instapage platform, but really there's 3 components to the platform that you should master, and that's the main toolbar at the top, the sections toolbar that you'll see here next to each section, and then we call this the selector. So go to settings and you can go to fonts, and we're going to be improving this this user experience as well, because it's kind of hidden right now. You go to new styles, and then we actually have the ability to find search Google fonts right here, and go to Typekit even. We're even paying for Typekit for everyone, and you can go and search Typekit fonts and everything and add them right from here. So, but this right now, you see this little red says only visible to admins. So we have superpowers over here. That's going to be available to everyone next week. Oliver?
It looks good.
Oliver's our only product manager here today, so.
Do you have to be a member of Adobe to access Typekit?
What was that?
Do you have to be an Adobe member to access Typekit?
Yeah, for most companies you would, but we're giving it to you for free.
Awesome.
So we're paying for that for you. But you're paying us at some point, hopefully. So actually you are paying for it, but we're marketers, so we're paying for it. It's free. Anyone else? How are we doing on time? We good? I think we're right on the spot. Huh? Perfect. Oh, Pat, right here.
Yeah, can I introduce us in case you get swamped with questions during the
Can you
break?
Can you introduce yourself?
And other
Oh, our team. Yeah, can we have our Instapage team stand up real quick? And this is some of our team here today. Just a few of us. We got our paid marketing manager here, Pat. Our product manager over here. One of our customer success people. Jean-Marie is our new marketing evangelist. So I don't know how I ended up doing the speaking here because that's part of why we hired her. No, just kidding. I wanted to do this one. But no, she's doing videos and stuff for us. It's really amazing content. And of course our copywriter and some few other people.
Tyson, do you want to bring them up the front and just introduce them for the
Yeah, please come up, guys. And
Awesome.
I'm guessing most of you guys work for startups or are startup founders yourself. So it's always fun to introduce like our story and introduce some of these people. So yeah, so this is Oliver. I think they're all going to hang out over here by the little genius bar over here. Yeah, free Apple
So if he's
branding.
swamped with questions, if he's swamped with questions, we can possibly answer some as well.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Great. Find the Instapage shirt people. Oh, you want to come over? Let's get a picture. Can we get a picture for our social profiles? Annie? Cool. And I think we're going to take a break. At least a 15-minute break. So maybe go get a little bit more drunk than you guys are right now. I want to hear some laughing. Mike's funnier than me, so. I know, I'm not a very good joke teller. Pat's our joke telling person. Thanks a lot, guys. Had a lot of fun. Thanks for being a good crowd for my first workshop. Thanks a lot.